Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Spyro, back again for some more Skyblock content. But today we have a little bit of something different I want to go over in this video. There's currently an alpha open right now, testing some new Skyblock stuff, including an Ironman W's release candidate is what they're calling it. This update is very subject to change, and they were looking for feedback. So that is what this video is. We are going to be going over and discussing these changes. I might not have the most experience with Ironman, but I know the struggle, as every other Ironman does. Alright, let's give him a little look-see. Alright, here we are on the Ironman W's release candidate that they're workshopping it and hopefully changing. Now, there is a lot of good stuff with this update. Some of this stuff is really awesome, long overdue. Some things include a pity counter and a pity meter to show you some pity stuff. I'll actually hop on the alpha to show you guys some of this stuff because we actually do have access to the alpha. So what we can do is do /pity, and we can see all the different pities that they've added. So there's now a trophy fish pity, which is cool just to tell you. It doesn't change anything about the game. It's just an easier way to tell people how close they are to some pities. There's one for Spaceman for some reason, which isn't retroactive, I don't think. I don't know. There's one for Mineshaft Pities, which is really cool, and one for Hoppities, which also don't seem retroactive. Please make them retroactive. And some Galatea stuff as well. Now, these are great. This pity system is really good, really healthy. No Vanguard pity, no Vanguard RNG meter. Crying inside. Please, admins, I don't want to do another freaking 50 keys for pendant. It's the last upgrade. Please do what you did. Give it the Devon alloy treatment, please. But here is the main section that we're going to be discussing in this video. This is Ironman W's, but more like Ironman L's, all right? So the first thing that we have is Ironman Shen's Auction, which is really interesting. Shen's Auction is the area of the game that we really haven't touched because it's hundreds of millions of coins for buying 3 items, right? If we come down here underneath the auction house, we can see the Shen's Auction. There are usually a lot more of these for sale. But one of the things that this update does is limit how many can actually be sold. Now they are cut apart into Ironman and normal profile auctions, which is nice. But the problem is there's only a couple sold every week. Like there's going to only be 100, like I think it's like 200 maybe sold throughout the entire year. There's a lot more than 200 Ironman players. Can we be for real? This actually might increase the price by so much. So I don't know, that's terrifying. Same with these other ones. A good change, but I think limiting the sale of these is kind of absurd. I mean, there's like barely any sold. I don't know if that's gonna fix the prices any like that much, because the prices of these items is already so inflated that if you limit the quantity, even if you're just doing it in a percentage of the player base, they're still gonna be so expensive because there's still gonna be competition. I mean, the number 2 bids get it. What are we doing? Why not 4, 8, 12? It is nice that it isn't going to be Shen's Auction only, so, or like Ironman Shen, so hopefully prices will drop because Ironman just don't have as much money, of course. And money is a lot more valuable, so maybe this will help. It's hard to really know until we actually see it on main server. This is an Ironman L. This is not an Ironman W. Don't convert your profile, guys. Unless you're like really done with Ironman. Come on, guys. Don't convert to normal. Stick it out, all right? Just mine diamonds for 500 hours and you'll never have to worry about it. There's also now a cosmetics tab in AH. So this is gonna allow Ironman to buy dyes and stuff from the auction house. Kind of cool. I won't really be using it much, but sick nonetheless. You can also buy runes, which is really cool. Might pick up like a music rune for a hype. Very awesome. But again, I'm not going to be spending money on that. That is a waste of money. There's a new Dwarven Guild. Kind of cool. Trying to teach people about Ironman. Great. Love it. And then there's a lot of QOL changes that also are affecting Ironman. It's not just this. This is, like, frankly, there is not much added in the Ironman W's section, quote unquote. It's not being Ironman. 2 artifact controls. And then cosmetic tab. No mention of NPC prices, new ways to make money making methods, limiting the money needed for stuff. Nothing about dark auction until way later, but it's only one thing. But let's go over the QOL changes. There are some really good changes, like thorn shards now being guaranteed, and a legendary shard, meaning you only need 24 for the shard. Awesome change. This is going to be great when we get into M4. We're really not far from that, so that's going to be fun. A new shard to buff. This is from Master Mode Floor 2. It buffs dungeon class experience by 20%, making class average 50 a lot more doable. Like from, instead of getting cat at 60, you need like, I don't know, 57 maybe? I don't know. I would love to see this buffed even more. Class average was something I never did on my main. I doubt I'll ever do it on this Ironman, except if it's like freaking giga easy. So we'll see. Some farming changes that are like, whatever, they're great. Good changes. My favorite change in this update is the bob and time change, in which it's like, the stats are not buffed, but you need half as many people nearby with their rods out to hit the max stats. This is so great. Great for Crimson Isle fishing, bayou, worm fishing, stuff like that. Super, super duper good. Love this change. Thank you. I love bob and time. I'm going to go get my tiki mask. We've got some forging changes just to add stuff to the sacks. Make shell-wise spawn faster, stuff like that. Should have been in the, forging update since the beginning. Great that they're adding this though. Thank goodness. I have a backpack of like all these items. Please. There's now going to be a mythic armadillo pet. This might be my current least favorite change because it's an RNG drop from freaking Vanguard corpses. If I open a Vanguard corpse and instead of getting a locket, I get a frozen scoot, it's over. It's completely over for me. The travel scroll now has no MVP plus requirement. This didn't affect me, but it affected hundreds of people. Probably thousands of people. Now you don't need to spend $40 on a rank that if you don't want it, you don't need to buy it to go to the Crystal Nucleus. Amazing change. I was currently working on a powder grinding video and I was starting in the Mithril Powder section. Mithril Powder just got insanely free because of all these changes. Raffle is so good now. Goblin Raid is fire. Gourmand is fire. All these commission buffs is so good. And it's doubled if you're Heart of the Mountain 10. So you can get like 1,000 per commission. So it's actually probably meta to grind commissions out. Really insane. All these rewards gives just so much more powder. Goblins is probably the best way to get powder now. They buffed the Reforge bonus on equipment to now give up to 60% Mithril Powder. That's insane, dude. And the Mithril Powder pumpkin now gives 15% more Mithril Powder. Mithril Powder is probably gonna double, unironically. You just have to be a lot more active. Awesome changes. I really wish they would maybe buff like Dimensional. Dimensional is like kind of mid now. It's almost better just to grind like the events when they come around and do commissions, which honestly is fun. I really do enjoy commissions. They did a lot of other good changes. They fixed a bunch of gems to now like actually exist, and you can grind the gems in tunnels to spawn those mine shafts way easier. Great changes. Really like that a lot. Tab list widget for pickaxe ability cooldown, also great. Apparatus is a crystal hollow sack, awesome. And sped up King Yokar's yapping, making Nucleus runs even easier. Love it, dude. Love it. Especially when I'm going for another quick claw. So there's some other changes. They doubled the quantity. So this is a lie. Because they freaking nuked the quantity of RDs of control and stuff. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Some other really good changes. Some guaranteed mayor changes, meaning we're not gonna have like a Cole come into election 7 times in a row without getting a fiesta. That's really nice. Some other miscellaneous changes that don't really matter so much. Some Spider Slayer changes that just kind of suck. It speeds up it slows down the boss by so much. I don't understand the reasoning. It's strange. They're trying to incentivize using the bow, but the bow only shoots 1 arrow. So like, who's gonna use that? Whereas you could use a Terminator and shoot multiple of them. I don't know, just some strange changes. Some other good ones for like Agatha contests and just whatever. Killing enchants, I don't like reducing the scaling of enchants. Melee damage is gonna get crazy nuked, which is really sad to see. They killed blaze skips because of soul leader changes. Nerfed enchanted hoppers by a bit. Killed reaper armors and like any use it had. And I mean that's kind of it. And then there's a couple insanely big ones. So Gauntlet of Contagion is dead. There's no point in getting it. Don't ever grind it. Some other bug fixes. Dungeon Breaker, can we please get it already? And then the biggest one, which is just so depressing, cap the Maniac Miner pickaxe ability to 500 fortune. Admins, what are we doing? Admins, hello. So what are we doing with this? So currently, the Maniac Miner pickaxe ability gives 1,000 fortune that you build up using mana. Why are we nerfing that down to 500? What is the point? Why? Do they not realize how useful it is? Like, do they not realize how insanely useful Maniac Miner can be? Like, Maniac Miner is used in every single ore grind. This nerfs diamonds, not by that much, but it does nerf them. It nerfs gold. It nerfs redstone, iron, lapis, quartz, obsidian if you don't insta-mine, gravel, which I think I already said. Yeah, lapis, I mean, it literally, like, if we just look at the mining stack, right? It nerfs coal, it nerfs diamonds, it nerfs emeralds. I mean, you're not really grinding this much, but you do at some points. Endstone mining, which I was really excited to try, is giga nerfed, because endstone you're almost always at that cap because you're mining like 5 billion blocks. Crazy nerfed endstone. Of course, endstone isn't the best mining making method, but it is like a solid secondary one if you just want to be super lazy and not do diamonds, because of course diamonds is so much more effort. It doesn't nerf diamonds that much, but if the better you are, the more it's going to nerf you, because the better you are, the more blocks you're breaking per second. So the quicker you're getting to that 1k cap, you don't get it too quick, but if you're good at diamonds, it is gonna nerf. It is a nerf regardless. Why are we making money making methods harder to do and the game harder in general? I don't know. I mean, it nerfs flints. It doesn't nerf glaciite probably. It nerfs glowstone mining, gold mining if you're not insta mining. It kills ice mining by quite a bit. Iron mining, lapis, mithril, mycelium and red sand are two of the big ones it kills. I mean, you use Maniac for quartz, use it for netherrack, I think. You could also use mining spread. Obsidian again if you're not insta mining. I mean, redstone. Why are we having something that is so pivotal? I use Maniac Miner probably more than any ability in the entirety of Heart of the Mountain. Why? Is making 35 to 40 mil an hour from diamonds too much for you admins? Am I gonna have to go back to gold? I don't want to do gold. Insta mining gold is fun, but it's why are we nerfing stuff? Guys, if this is gonna be an Ironman W's update, you know what you should do? It's time for my ideas. Now you guys are gonna be like, wow, Spyro, you really cook with these ideas. I know. All right, so idea number one: if you really want Ironman to be a W, right? As you said, this is Ironman W's, not Ironman L's. A great way to make Ironman better would be to limit the amount of money that we need to generate. There's some stuff that is just so insanely expensive, like you know, Jacobus, which takes like billions of coins to max out his freaking accessory bag slot. It's like a couple pages of talisman, which you're never gonna fill. It's like billions of coins for Skyblock XP. Why is that in the game? Dark auction needs to be changed even further. There was a change I did not mention. I completely forgot about it. But they are removing the Spirit Mask from Dark Auction, which is great. That's a great change because Spirit Mask was like 500 million coins. So stupid. You needed it for a contact and for museum. So it's good that that's going to be now a drop from M4. Awesome change. Make more of the Dark Auction stuff from that. For example, Nether Artifact. Nether Arty is 120 mil. It's not that bad, but why is this not in the Blaze Slayer recipes? Why is it not a Blaze Slayer craft? Or why is it not a Kudra item? Ender Arty, an absolutely massive one, which is 400 mil. Come on, why? It is so pivotal for E-Man Slayer. It lets you do it in Crimson and it just makes it so much more easy because you don't have to worry so much. Why is it 400 mil from Dark Auction? Freaking, why is it not in the Enderman Slayer recipes? Make it an E-Man 8 craft that, you know, it takes like a ton of ovoids and stuff, and it's like, you know, 50, 60 mil worth of materials. Make it like on par with like an atom split or something like that. It's a good talisman, and it should be expensive, but not 400 million coins. It also is upgraded into Ender Relic. It's insane that these are the same price. The upgrade of it is the same. So dumb. Stuff like that needs to be changed. Why are talisman, which are so pivotal to the game, in an auction that everyone has to compete against? There's also a talisman in Dark Auction, which is the biggest reason why Dark Auction is so inflated nowadays. Because people have to buy items from the dark auction to get the talisman. That incentivizes overbidding and spending insane amounts of money for these items. It's so stupid. And it just perpetuates the cycle of nobody being able to afford anything because people are just reselling it at this insane prices. Nobody can compete. 400 mil? That's like 3 mining fiestas. That's insane, dude. I don't want to grind that. That sucks. Dark Auction also has Wither Arty, you know? Another 160 mil for something that's so good and kind of necessary for like M7 and whatnot. Why is Wither Arty not from... Why is it not a floor 7 drop or just a craft? Just make stuff be able to be craftable. I don't want to spend, you know, what was that? A combined like 750 mil for 3 talisman? 3 epic tallies? Are you kidding me? No! That's so dumb, dude. And it sucks when like money is so important. Like this, I have 530 mil, right? That is stuck there because of G-Drag. I need 1 billion coins to have the max amount of damage, right? So you're incentivized to not spend money, but then there's these insane grinds you need to do and spend money on to further your game because those talisman are so strong and it's magical power. You kind of need them, right? There's also the stuff like the jellyfish pet, parrot pet. Those you need 2 jellyfish pets, because one is actually useful for dungeons, and then the other one you need to give for a taming level. Dude, jellyfish pet? I can't see the prices. It's so much, dude. They are so freaking expensive. It's such a dumb, stupid system. They need to. Why isn't jelly pet? I don't know, an RNG from an experimentation table, or why is it not from Vamp Slayer or something like that? I don't know, or add it to the new Guardian Slayer that we maybe eventually will get. I don't know, we're getting Ironman Owls instead. And then limiting this Shen's auction is just such a strange thing. Like 2 artifact to control, are you kidding me? They're gonna be 3 bill each. Like, yeah, eventually nobody will be able to afford them and they'll drop to like a couple 100 mil, but who knows how long that could take or if that'll ever happen. I think another big problem with Ironman is that making money is just, it's so hard. You either mine diamonds or you do pest farming for like half the money, or you do like Endstone, or well, you did Endstone to like nerf Maniac Miner. You're never gonna be making more than like 40, 50 mil an hour, and that's if you're, you know, fully sweating. Diamonds is giga sweaty, and people can get really good at it, but it's like, it's so much effort. Dude, you play on a normal profile and you go hunt for like 3 seconds, you could sell it for like 900 mil. So I'm gonna propose some changes to make money grinding even easier in Ironman. Because let's be honest, probably the #1 reason why people are gonna convert to normal profile is because they don't want to grind money. Grinding money sucks. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. I hate mining diamonds. I hate it. I hate it. I didn't mind going for G-Drag because it was a fun grind with a set limit. 500 mil, you're done. This is infinite money. You need money for dungeons, Kudra, all these stupid talisman, Shen's auction, dark auction, like other dark auction stuff. You need it for freaking stock of stonks if you want to get a crown of avarice or if you want to upgrade other talisman. It's endless grind. It's infinite, bro. So some great ways we can fix this, okay? I want Ironman to be a mode where you can do passive stuff and make passive money. Let's take, for example, Nucleus runs. Now, I have done almost 500 Nucleus runs, right? I've been doing them on the side. We're at 473. I'm about to be just under 500. What is something from Nucleus runs that is completely useless after a point? Jade Heralds. Jade Heralds are 5 mil to Bazaar. This right here is like, I don't even know. It's like 80 mil or something. You know what they are to NPC? One coin. One coin. One single coin. Why? Why are they one single coin? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. They're a pretty rare drop from Nucleus runs. Give them 1 mil sell value or 2 mil sell value, please. Stuff should be able to NPC for a lot more. You know, even normal profiles might do that where they just don't want to feel like Bazaar selling everything. They could just NPC it. That's a way better way of doing it, bro. Why are we doing this, man? I hate that this stuff is like 1 coin, and that's for so many things. Like Glaciite shards and so many other reforges are just worth actually nothing. Some other stuff that I think would be really healthy for the game is breaking power being sold for more. That didn't make any sense when I said it. What I mean, I'll just show you what I mean. Let's take a fine ruby and a fine Jasper, right? Jasper is breaking power 9 and is a lot harder to come by. It's on par with the Glaciite Tunnel stuff. The mine shafts are, I think they're rare. I don't know. I think they're all the same odds. Jasper is annoying to do. You either have to find a grotto or you find a freaking tunnels for it. Ruby is everywhere in the entire world. It's breaking power 6. You can get super low ticks on it and it's super quick to break. They NPC for the same price. Why? Why? Why do they NPC for the same price? That's so stupid game design. They are not equivalent in any manner. Jade and Amber, sure, those are equivalent, but those are also harder to break than Ruby. Breaking power of a gemstone should affect how much it NPCs for. Jasper should not be the same as Ruby. That's so dumb. I really don't understand it. Another great change would be RNGs actually having value. Now, on an Ironman, if you drop, like, let's say a second Warden Heart, there is no use. You will never use that second Warden Heart. A second Warden Helmet is borderline completely pointless. So give it an NPC value. Give it, I don't know, 100 mil to NPC? Well, what is Warden right now? It's probably like 100 mil, right? Warden Heart's 100 mil. Give it a 100 mil NPC price. Please. Please. It could even just be an Ironman only price. I don't know. I don't know how the economy works. Just let it have value. It's an RNG. It's a one in like 11,000. Why is it nothing? Judgment cores from E-Man. Like once you get, 3 judgment cores to ever really make 3 terms, I really only ever need 2 realistically. Give it another NPC price. Give it 100 mil. Could you imagine if you could sell cores for 100 mil? Like this shriveled wasp, which is really freaking pricey or really freaking rare, only sells for 100K. Bro, shriveled wasps are a 1 in 1,400. What are we doing? Give it a prize. Give it a cool NPC prize. It's NPCs for less than a fly swatter by 5 times. Like what? Like what are we doing, dude? I don't understand. We should give RNGs an NPC price. It could be really fun to grind. It could be so fun to grind RNGs to actually make money. That's what I did on my main profile and it was really fun. Could you imagine if we could do that in Ironman 2? Then you could run dungeons, drop a Wither Shield, and you open it for 50 mil at NPCs for 100 mil. Boom, 50 mil profit. Imagine you could buy a Necron's handle for 100 mil, NPC it for 250 mil. Boom, 150 mil profit for a handle. That would be so cool, you guys. An alloy, you drop a second or third one that you don't need. Imagine you could NPC it for like 500 mil. That would be so fun, dude. Like, I wish RNGs had more value other than, you do a stupid thing like make 2 Devon's drills, which realistically is not that cool. I would really like just some other methods of being able to passively make money. Like, could you imagine being able to like, grind Revenant Slayer, grind E-Man, and sell the excess NPCs or excess RNGs for actually really good money? Like, none of the RNGs give you anything of value except if you're on a normal profile. I don't think that's a good way to do it. You should not be forced into either doing mining or farming. I think that's so dumb. Like, maybe at the start of the game, it was okay. I mean, you could do gemstones and be completely fine. Because gemstones are really good. Gemstones got nerfed a while back, and now we're, capped at like 40 mil an hour. That's not that good, And that's when you're 100% trying and being super efficient with your diamond routes, which is soon going to be nerfed. So, I don't know. It's just, stuff like that really grinds my gears. And it's so demotivating. Like, if I could go run floor 7 and drop handles for RNGs or, scrolls or a giant sword or something like that, and they actually have good value to sell, honestly, I would probably maybe really consider that over just mining. I do love mining, but I love mining actual stuff. Like, I love grinding up keys and opening locket, and not also having to grind money would probably make it a lot more enjoyable to do those long grinds, like going for Pendant of Devon, when I don't also have to be constantly grinding money to afford everything. I think giving RNGs an NPC price, better balancing NPC values up like gems and stuff, would really benefit Ironman and even normal profiles that don't want to worry about the bazaar or the auction house. I think it's important for a game mode like Ironman to have tons of different methods to actually being able to make money. Money is so important. Like, money is so freaking pivotal, and I think because of that, they really need to compensate and give us more ways to actually make money. Here's the big one. This one I've been saving the entire time. All right, now NPC prices of every item in the game need to be relooked at. Runes are 1 coin. Come on, what are we doing? If you drop a music rune, you NPC for 1 coin, what are you doing? Here is the big one. Now, I've been doing mining fiestas, right? If we take a gander here, I am maxed out of glossy gemstones. I only think I need 32 more for a coating if I ever get a pendant. That is it. Currently, I am sitting at 643 glossy gemstones. To Bazaar, this sells for 1.1 billion coins. That is insane. I would love 1.1 bill. That would let me not have to worry about money for the next couple months, and I could grind every grind I want to do. I could do master mode, I could do every slayer, and I would have a really good time. You want to know what this NPC is for? You want to know? Are you curious? Are you curious? All right. So each stack NPCs for 256k. We have 10 stacks. Oh, you want 2.5 mil? Here you go. 2.5 mil. 1.1 bill to Bazaar. What are we? Please let me sell these for any value. Glossy gemstones are not easy to come by. The fact that I have 640 overflow is insane. It is insane. Why is it 2 mil? 2 mil NPC. 1.1 bill to Bazaar. I know I chose Ironman, but why is it so badly balanced? I don't get it. I really don't understand. Please, can we rework NPC prices to just give items more ways to be sold? I want to grind money passively rather than always having to be giga active on Ironman. It's so boring. I don't want to mine diamonds. I don't want to mine over and over and over to just get like money. And the fact that so many things in the game requires so much money being made and grinded, there needs to be compensation. 100%. There needs to be compensation. This game is so reliant on money, so give us more ways to make it. Give us more ways to have fun with it. That is the point. That should, it would help people have fun. It's so unfun. I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks because it's just unfun. I mean, I've also been grinding a stupid Demon's drill, but it's unfun, dude. Okay, that's my ideas. That's my 2 cents, my 3 cents maybe. Please, admins, I know this alpha is work in progress. If you really want Ironman W's, give us better NPC prices. Give us better NPC, value of stuff. Give RNGs an NPC value. I really think that could be a healthy way of people making money. It would be way more fun. Ironman making tons of NPC, generating so many coins from NPC doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter. That just lets us have a better competition with normal profiles for stuff like Dark Auction and Shen's Auction. I think it's such a better idea and better way to play the game. I don't even want to spend the 500 mil I have. I just want to get the money. I just want to have a bill so I can go back to Spider Slayer, which they're slowing down. Okay, that's everything. Thank you, gamers, for watching. If you guys have any thoughts, please let me know down below in the comments. Or if you have your own ideas, or if you disagree with something I said, let me know. I love discourse. I love talking. Join my Discord as well. We have great people over there. We have some hilarious little conversations. So if you want to join that, and make sure you subscribe for more Skyblock content. That's it for me. I'm gonna go in and I don't know, go mine diamonds for 6 hours before they nerf it. All right, I'll see you gamers in the next video. Thanks for watching. Admins, please, if any of you guys are watching, maybe share the ideas. Maybe talk to some people who might have some cool ideas. Hey, at Spyrc, what's your other ideas? I got you. All right, gamers, thanks for watching. Have a great one. See you in the next one. Peace out and